MacMillan from neurodiversemarriage.com, and I am a coach for individuals who are members of neurodiverse marriages. And sometimes I work with the autistic client, sometimes I work with the neurotypical client. And one of the things that I tell my autistic clients is that if they do decide to stay in their marriages, that one of the things that they have to accept about neurotypicals that can be very difficult for the autistic partner is that as neurotypicals are moving towards growth, they go back and forth emotionally as they grapple with different ideas and different concepts, and they think through them in their own lives, that creates this kind of back and forth spiral of emotion that can be very, very confusing to the autistic partner. Now, it's really important that when there's this back and forth spiral of emotion, that it does not mimic in any way a cycle of abuse. The growth process of the neurotypical cannot be about being angry at their autistic partner one day and then loving the next day and then angry the next day and then loving the next day and moving back and forth in a way that could be abusive. But it is something that neurotypicals are going to go through, this changing and this oscillating back and forth that is very bothersome to my autistic clients. And I say that because there are many things that neurotypical people who decide to stay in a marriage to someone on the autism spectrum must accept about their autistic partners. And there are also things that autistic people must accept about living with a neurotypical person. And this is one of them. The way that neurotypicals grapple with different ideas and move back and forth with a different belief about the idea over time in order to figure out who they are and where they want to go. And I'm a big fan of R.E.A.L, and he's the founder of Bridgewater. And this is a workbook that he has available for people who like to use his app or his book about principles. But I really love the way he uses this spiral. This, to me, is a great graph of the growth of a neurotypical as they grapple with different information and try to decide how it fits into their lives emotionally. And this spiral that the neurotypicals go through is what's often very, very confusing to the ASD partners. And it's what the ASD partners, if they decide to stay in these relationships, need to understand will be happening. Something they have to accept. So accepting things goes both ways, and that is just a statement for the neurotypicals who may be listening, who are thinking about all of the things that they will have to ultimately accept about their partner with autism if they choose to stay in the relationship. There are many things that aren't going to change, and the neurotypical needs to decide if that's okay with them. I'm Ann MacMillan from neurodiversemarriage.com. Please subscribe.